before we begin, uh, sorry about the choppiness. I may have fixed it for future recordings, but it is not the recording. It is my computer. I am looking into getting a new one, but any Minecraft video done at this time will be laggy. It seems to clear up once I enter to the ship. Also, the images on the top right are reference images, so you know what I'm talking about, or how I've drawn the ship in a reference, or in the comic if it has been in the comic. Also, when I'm talking about the ships outside, I'll put reference images in the top left, describing what I am talking about. You'll see more of that at the near the tail end of the tour of the ship. Hope you enjoy my acapella. Hello, it's been a while since I've had an update to the channel. And this is probably a strange update, but I've made a Minecraft world that you can download. It will be getting updated with future ships, and that's just a little sneak peek. I'll get to that one at the end. This is a model of this, the golden saucer. That is a reference. If you know, you know. This is the actual blocks. Length, height, width, and wingspan. Width is from there to its cousin on the other side. Wingspan is nacelle to nacelle, the edge of the nacelle. I'm going to give you a guided tour of the golden saucer. And I'm going to be fixing some things inside the second update to the world. These things here in the comic is actually angled. They aren't straight like this. But I have trouble doing angles, so like this. Well, not this kind of angle. These birch fences are supposed to be the hydraulics that is used to lower and extend the ramp. And while this lever does nothing, it's actually the control for the ramp. The actual buggy in the comic is based off of Warthog, so I based this off of a Warthog design. I changed a few things, mostly the upper body from the undercarriage. This is a weightlifting station. Workbench. This is before update 2, which will be fixing a few things, including the thrusters outside that I noticed, and the lack of things that need to be in here. This is the med bay, by the way. None of the chests have anything. There should be some there. I don't know why some things are just missing. This, by the way, is the loading area. And up here is the speeder the team uses. The golden saucer is a freighter, first and foremost. She's not a heavy gunship. She's is just a freighter. Up here is the walkway, the loading area, and in here are the cargo areas. This is where cargo that the saucer is currently transporting is stored. It has a sister on this side. On that area, where you see this, would be where it opens up, like this. So it has to be stored somehow. Has to be opened up somehow. That is the engineering deck. We'll get to there at the end of the tour. This is the crew cargo area with lockers, everything. This is meant for cargo pertaining to the crew, like belongings that can't fit into their quarters or foodstuffs, and an extra large companion cube. Portal reference. In here is, while she is in the study comic, Iggy's bed. This ship has a lot of decoration for characters who are not yet seen in the comic or even heard of. For example, Adam. This is where his charging station will be when he enters into the crew. And here is, well, the bathroom for deck 2 and deck 3. So if you need to use the restroom while on the job, you have to come up here. Hope you can hold it in up steps. And shower. Because sometimes stuff happens. And here is the control area for the point defense turret. That would actually be a screen. And said turret is housed up here. This being the maintenance area to repair it when it's not in use. As you can see, it has a front. I do intend, well, sorry, that's false advertisement. Sorry. I'm debating whether or not to have an active version outside. A Minecraft first for them. Go back to here. You can see how cargo is supposed to be put into the crew area. On the Bedrock version, there is in fact a kind of landing area, like what you'd see at spaceports, to do this. Future update may have it return. No promises. I'll get to this area later. But starting on deck 3 is the first complete bathroom. It's a shower. No bathtubs. The dining room and kitchen with cabinets. The fridge. Sink. Oven. I guess stove. Well, cooking apparatuses. Going to here, we get to the crew quarters, starting with the captain's quarters. But before then, there, more showers. It's 4 showers and 4 toilets, I just realized. In here is Penelope's room. Penelope is the owner of Goldie here. She has her own terminal and dressers. And starting with crews is John's. I decided I'd keep his bare, well, at the bare minimum. But his stuff would naturally be inside his storage containers. He just doesn't use them. It's not in use, I should say. The model. This would be Gregory's room. Yeah, there's some different ones here. His is red, like him. This would be Tierra's. Hers has a humidifier, so her room's always wet. She also has plants. And this would be her bed. She's mostly associated with the color purple. Viviana's room. When she joins the crew, this would be where she sleeps, with all of her posters from her apartment put into here. And a desk. Well, not into comic yet. Neither is the Golden Saucer. Roxy. This would be something I have to update because it's not supposed to be like this. So update 2 will have a lot of the fixes that I'm talking about. This is Jinx's room. She doesn't have much, same as some others. Well, that's largely because of who she is. She is yet to appear in the comic as well. And here's Mina's. She has a computer. Well, a few servers, I should say. And a small little bed. No, this isn't supposed to be hers. This might be the Zalon's room because she's supposed to have a little bit of a orange or red color scheme. So desk would be a lot of drawers and a nice little bed. And here would be Kina's room, where she has a hammock. Inside the original version, she would be sleeping inside the engineering with Haka. She doesn't anymore. She sleeps in here. And here's her footlocker. This is Jana's room. He's a species that hasn't even been released yet. With a lot of banners. A bit more, well, I want to say dogmatic. This is Anna's room. She has actually had her image released. She's the radar technician for the Golden Saucer. She just lives next to the bridge because she wants to. Same with Kina wanting to be up here instead of down there. Those two are two original crew members who kind of break things up. I think this is supposed to be Pip's room. She's probably going to get a name change before she appears in the comic. But little Tanuki girl lives here. Speaking of those 4 bathrooms, this is super cramped. Yeah, I'm going to be updating this before. Everything. So, yeah. The 2 other toilets. And here's the bridge. On this side will be the radio. Pretty much communications officer. This is where Anna would usually sit as the person who radios in stuff. Either that or she's over here at the radar station. These are the pilots and co-pilots. Right now, it's set to here. I'm not very good at building, which is why you can't see through this. No, that's not why. I could make it totally feasible to see through it. It's just that I need to put the joystick here. The holograms would have a red on this side for the altimeter for whoever is currently piloting. And also have a display down below so that way the pilot doesn't have to go to the hologram. How? Why? Yeah, the bridge is tinted glass. Inside, it's actually one of the few things I can do with Minecraft because it is tinted glass in the comic as well. And this would be, by the way, the star chart with some panels. So, let's go back to the beginning of Deck 3. Sorry for taking AV some of you vertigo. With the ready room. A training mat on the floor, training log here, targets for target practice, and various lockers for armor and weapons. Which then floods into the airlocks. This is actually a pretty cool system. Yeah. I won't show you much how much is inside the other one, because it's pretty much a carbon copy of this one. Now we are in engineering. I'll get to lower engineering after I show you upper, which has one of the shield pylons, actually the control pylon back here, with the FTL drive. Those are more shield pylons. And that is the fuel line. Don't rupture it or else the ship won't work. Now we're at lower engineering. This walkway meant to observe from up above. Allow easy access to lower. The air filtration, water filtration devices. This Haka's bed actually being up here. She sleeps in a hammock, same as Kina. I guess it's just avian-like species like sleeping in hammocks. Reminds them of a nest. It's quite literally my explanation behind it. So we had a bit of a problem when I was testing out this stuff. In regards to the power core here, I broke that and it kind of blew up a few things. That might have been some of the things I didn't notice. So update 2 will include that. Update 2 should be live by the time this video is. If it isn't, then it'll be live the next day. So that's the entirety of the inside of the Villain Saucer. If you want to know some inspirations behind it, the loading area has Serenity inspirations or Firefly inspirations, specifically from the ship Serenity. The exterior has inspirations in regards to the Nebulon B. Was it Nebulon B? No, it was the J-type, sorry. This ship inside Stars Phantom Menace. With some Normandy inspirations with these out in the cells. Yeah, this is how the engines look when turned off. As you saw them turned on when I did the flyby. Feeling line. To feel, these actually come down. In case you're wondering where the fuel storage be in this section of the ship. Not really inside a model, because I had to, that section is reserved for redstone wiring for the airlocks. Over here you can see parts of the ship. Well, parts of the engines. how they would slot together in a comic. A lot of the exterior of the Golden Saucer is modular. She doesn't have a lot of armaments. You saw the point defense cannon. She also has a torpedo tube, which is what this is supposed to be. A plasma gun, which is this. It's a dual set. So it can fire or just be a beam. No, it can fire a larger projectile or can be like a flak cannon, firing projectiles that explode. This is the rotary guns she mostly uses when she needs to fire stuff because they are expensive to fire. The black spots you see are thrusters for the ship when she's maneuvering in space or taking off. She does have anti-gravity capabilities, but it's not like... It's still a good idea to have thrusters. I'm going to let you guys experience how she looks when everything is closed by yourself. This is the floating version. I'll also let you guys read through the codexes by yourself if you want to. Yeah, this is the water purifier just outside. That's the filters. These gray squares are supposed to be the filters. The air purifier. What's this filter? These are the filters for the air purifier. The deactivated jump core. Domon are actually a race. Most technology used by Alliance and by the Prime 4 and uplifted species come from Domon. Jump core is one that every species kind of uses. Speaking of which, shield pylon. This is not Domon, but rather Tridage and Sasuan shield pylons. They have their own FTL stuff. Actually, Zalon's shield pylons. I just remembered they didn't have shields before this Zalon. Here's a small airlock. This is one that's on the saucer. This is attached to nothing. Yeah, that's actually inside the saucer's airlock as well. But here's how it would look in real life. With air tanks on the side. This is a larger one. I built this one because a lot of the other ships will have these larger airlocks. Well, this is the standard airlock, really. This red button is actually supposed to be an emergency button. Close it, hit it, and the doors close. So you see it's only on the exterior doors. These standard ones have this big, gigantic area. Keypad and deactivated thing. So just that you read that, you can hop in. You don't have to read it either. But here is a sneak peek of what's to come. Alliance censorship. This is actually the first ship seen inside a comic. Like to go on saucer, they'll be landed in a flying variant. These do have a class name. You'll find that out when it's released. In case you're wondering why my voice sounds a bit funky, it's because I'm no longer making it deeper myself. I'm just going with my natural voice. Yeah. I'll close this out in my favorite characters room. Yes, even the artist has her favorites. I believe is this one. Nope. Next one. Yeah. Alright. This has been the Camelot Part. And thank you for watching. If you want to explore this, check out the link below. If you want to support me, check out my Patreon. It will also be linked below. And you can find the link inside the build and below. I will be posting an update video at some point in the future. After that, the stream VODs that I've been downloading, I'll get to editing. But for now, I wanted to make this video about what I've been working on here in Minecraft. Until the next update. Peace. Watching. That's the end of the video. I have some links for you to check out in the description. Also, I made some mistakes while recording, and I will be fixing them now. I called Deck 1 Deck 3. Deck 3 is the loading area. Deck 1 is the crew quarters and that area. Also saying the rotary cannons are expensive? I'm going to say the torpedoes are expensive, and it didn't come across as that. I also called Pippa Tanuki when she isn't one. She's a chimera that has a raccoon dog base. Despite fixing stuff for Update 2, I still didn't fix Sideways Shulker box in Roxy's room. That's going to release update for the censorship. That's side both versions of the Golden Saucer. So, speaking of the censorship, for $5 on my Patreon, you can check out WIPs of these ships and how I create them. Next update, which may be out by the recording of this, will have that box fixed. So, definitely, if you want to view that, go right ahead.